Autograph Fisherman here, and this is the winner of Battle of the Autograph. This week, it was Mike Gartner. Asterisk, Michael Alfred Gartner born October 29, 1959, and is a Canadian former professional ice hockey right-winger who played 19 seasons in the National Hockey League for the Washington Capitals, Minnesota North Stars, New York Rangers, Toronto Maple Leafs, and Phoenix Coyotes. He also played one season in the World Hockey Association for the Cincinnati Stingers. He was a two-time Canada Cup champion with Team Canada in 2017. Gartner was named one of the 100 greatest NHL players in the league's 100-year history. Inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame in 2001, Gartner has been a member of the Hockey Hall Selection Committee since 2009 and its chair since 2022. Gartner was born in Ottawa, Ontario. As a youth, Gartner played in the 1972 Quebec International Pee Wee Hockey Tournament with a minor ice hockey team from Toronto. Gartner was drafted in the first round, 4th overall, by the Washington Capitals in the 1979 NHL entry draft. He started his professional career in the WA as an underager with the Cincinnati Stingers in 1978 SCV9. He played on a line with Mark Messier and had a successful campaign, finishing second to Wayne Gretzky for Rookie of the Year honors. With the WHA folding at the end of the season, he played the next season with the Capitals and would play for them for the better part of 10 seasons. He recorded an assist in his NHL debut on October 11, 1979, versus the Buffalo Sabres, and he wore number 11 for the Caps. Gartner had a solid season in 1979-80, winning the Capitals Rookie of the Year and MVP awards, as well as being voted by their fans as the team's most promising player. He also led the team with 36 goals. Gartner was traded to the Minnesota North Stars on March 7, 1989, with Larry Murphy for Dino Ciccarelli and Bob Rouse. He left the Capitals as the team's all-time leader in career goals, assists, and points. As of November 2023, he stands 3rd in goals and points and 5th in assists. However, Gartner only lasted one season with Minnesota and was traded to the New York Rangers on March 6, 1990, for Ulf Dahlin, a draft pick, and future considerations. He had a strong start with the Rangers, scoring 2 goals in his debut versus the Philadelphia Flyers. He scored 11 goals and 16 points in the remaining 12 regular season games the Rangers played that year. In 1991-92, he became the first player in NHL history to score his 500th goal, 500th assist, 1,000th point, and play in his 1,000th game, all in the same season. The next season, Gartner became the first Ranger to score at least 40 goals in 3 consecutive seasons. He also scored 4 goals in the NHL All-Star Game and earned the All-Star Game MVP award. Asterisk, Gartner was traded to the Toronto Maple Leafs for Glenn Anderson, a minor leaguer, and a draft pick at the trade deadline on March 21, 1994. The deal was driven by Rangers head coach Mike Keenan, who disliked Gartner for his lack of grit and disappointing performances in the playoffs. Rangers general manager Neil Smith convinced his Maple Leafs counterpart Cliff Fletcher to agree to the trade by noting that Gartner had 1 year left on his contract while Anderson was expected to become a free agent at season's end. Gartner played with the Leafs until 1996, when he was traded to the Phoenix Coyotes, who had just relocated from Winnipeg. Gartner scored the first goal and hat trick in Phoenix history on October 7th against the Boston Bruins, in the franchise's second game since relocation. He played 2 seasons with the Coyotes before retiring in August 1998. Gartner was active with the NHL Players Association. He served as president of the NHLPA from 1996 until his retirement in 1998 and served as chairman of the Goals and Dreams program with the NHLPA. He resigned from the NHLPA on March 19, 2007. Gartner has been a member of the Hockey Hall of Fame Selection Committee in 2009 and its chair since 2022. He was announced as chair-elect of the Hall as a whole to replace Lanny McDonald, whose term expires in June 2025. Asterisk, despite his long, impressive career, Gartner never won the Stanley Cup nor played in the Cup Finals. Never won an NHL award, and was never named to the postseason All-Star team, being one of the few NHL players with this distinction to be inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame. Dino Ciccarelli likewise never managed any of these. Although he made the Cup Finals twice. Gartner was a member of the New York Rangers team that would go on to win the championship in 1994, but he was traded to Toronto at the trade deadline. However, Gartner got farther than he ever would in the playoffs that same year, as the Maple Leafs made it to the Western Conference Finals before losing to the Vancouver Canucks in 5 games. He was traded close to the NHL trading deadline 3 times in his career and had a knack for producing immediately for those teams, as in a combined 35 games with his new teams during the regular season after the midseason deals. He had 24 goals, 18 assists, 42 points, and A+ 16 rating. Gartner was noted for his consistency during his career, as he led his team in goals 9 times during his career and scored 30 or more goals each year for the first 15 seasons of his NHL career, setting a record that has since been tied but not surpassed. Despite scoring 50 goals only once in a single season, Gartner became only the 5th player in NHL history to reach 700 goals. Gartner was also known for his blazing on-ice speed and ability to beat defenders down the ice. The Washington Capitals retired Gartner's number 11 in a ceremony before their game against the Toronto Maple Leafs on December 28, 2008. During the 1996 Super Skills competition, Gartner had set the record for the fastest skater event with a time of 13.386 full course standing. The record stood for 20 years until Dylan Larkin of the Detroit Red Wings broke it with a skating running starts 2016 in the 2017 All-Star Game. Connor McDavid of the Edmonton Oilers set a time of 13.310, beating Gartner's standing start but not Larkin running start. Awards and Achievements International in 1998. He was ranked number 89 on the Hockey News list of the 100 greatest hockey players. 2001, inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame, WHA1 of the 3 final WHA players still active in professional hockey, Mark Messier and Wayne Gretzky being the last 2 at the time of his retirement in 2012. He was inducted into the World Hockey Association Hall of Fame in the Legends of the Game category, NHL one of only 8 players in NHL history to score 700 career goals. 2017, named to NHL's 100th anniversary list of the 100 greatest NHL players in history. NHL's Player of the Week for the week ending February 22, 1987. NHL's Player of the Week for the week ending November 26, 1989. And Player of the Month for February 1987, becoming first Capital to win the award. NHL All-Star Game MVP 1993, NHL's fastest skater at All-Star Game Skills Competition in 1991, 1993, and 1996, played in the NHL All-Star Game. 1981, 1985, 1986, 1988, 1990, 1990, 1993, 1996 NHL teams asterisk. He scored the last goal ever at Chicago Stadium in the 1994 playoffs. Jersey number 11 retired by Washington Capitals, December 28, 2008. In the 2009 Book 100 Ranger Greats, was ranked 67 all-time of the 901 New York Rangers who had played during the team's first 82 seasons, records an 8-cell record for most consecutive 30-goal seasons, -15, tied with Jaromir Jagr and Alexander Ovechkin. NHL record for most goals in an All-Star game, 19934, shared with Wayne Gretzky, Danny Heatley, and others. NHL record for fastest 2 goals from the start of an All-Star game, 1993. In 337, Washington Capitals record for longest point streak, -17 games twice. Washington Capitals record for longest goals, 1986, 87, 9 game shares record. Washington Capitals record for most shorthanded goals in a season, 1986, 87, 6 shares record. Washington Capitals record most points by a right winger in one season, 1984, 102. Asterisk Gartner and his wife Colleen have 2 sons, Joshua and Dylan, and a daughter Natalie. They reside in Shanty Bay, Ontario. Gartner is a born-again Christian and was introduced to the faith during his playing days by former Washington teammate Gene Pernell. His son, Josh, played goalie for Yale University and right wing for the Tuck School of Business, a team in the Upper Valley Hockey League. Gartner and his former teammate, Wes Jarvis, are business partners and own 3 skating rinks in the Greater Toronto area located in Newmarket, Ontario, Richmond Hill, Ontario, and Barrie, Ontario. Well, that was my Gartner profile video. I hope you enjoyed. Please stay tuned after the ad for some music. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, keep on collecting. Bye!
Join myself and JD Delay in fighting chomos and other bad thing by shopping at Convict Clothing. There are some amazing cloths for all at great prices. Nationwide free shipping for any order over $50. Just use the keyword autograph for a discount. And while you are shopping, also check out my store and perhaps become a member for only 99 cents. Both stores' links are in the description. Back to the video.
I got a banana in my pocket, it's starting to peel. It's kind of a weird feeling, but it's oddly real. Walking down the street with the swagger so sly, yellow seams in my jeans catching every eye. Spotted a smoothie shop, they knew my game. Whistled and said I'm ahead of the fame. Ordering sunshine in a fruity blend. My banana's got plans, it won't pretend. Banana in my pocket, it's a funky vibe. Peel it or don't, the choice is your tribe. Slip on the sweetness but don't break the flow. Pocket fruit grooves gotta go to show. It's not about potassium though, that's a plus. It's about walking like you own the bus. Bananas in the pocket, breaking all the rules. Turn every step into dancing tools. Your apple's jealous, it can't compete with the yellow curved wonder bringing the heat. Pineapple's fancy but heavy to lift. A pocket banana's a priceless gift. Banana in my pocket, it's a funky vibe. Peel it or don't, the choice is your tribe. Slip on the sweetness but don't break the flow. Pocket fruit grooves gotta go to show. Your apple's jealous, it can't compete with the yellow curved wonder bringing the heat. Pineapple's fancy but heavy to lift. A pocket banana's a priceless gift. Banana in my pocket, it's a funky vibe. Peel it or don't, the choice is your tribe. Slip on the sweetness but don't break the flow. Pocket fruit grooves gotta glow to show. Banana. boss with the harmless vibe. Sharp as a dagger, but you never bribe. Lines so clever, like a riddle untied, leaving them guessing with that playful pride. You paint the world black and white won't do. You're a canvas of colors, a rainbow's hue. Master of curves when you draw every line. A maze, a mystery, and it feels just fine. Dirty minds, clean words, keep it twisted. A magician's trick, but we won't admit it. Dancing in the gray where the edges blur. It's the game of wits, not what you infer. You paint the world black and white won't do. You're a canvas of colors, a rainbow's hue. Master of curves when you draw every line. A maze, a mystery, and it feels just fine.
Gold screech, dark fire and smoke. Promise to fix, but it's all a joke. Chrome's busted, guts on the floor. I paid you once, now you want more. Fix my car, you crook, you liar. Burning my patience, fuel for the fire. You said it'll run like brand new wheels, but all I've got are shady deals. Flat, your wrench ain't true. Pockets fat, now who's the fool? You smile wide behind the dust, but that grin can't earn my trust. Fix my car, you crook, you cheat. Revving the drama, turning up the heat. You said the engine would roar and hum, now it plays a funeral drum. This axle can't bear your games. Busted mirrors reflecting shame. The highway's waiting, but I can't go. Stuck in your workshop, moving slow. Fix my car, you crook, you cheat. Revving the drama, turning up the heat. You said the engine would roar and hum, now it plays a funeral drum. You crook, you thief, spinning tales while I drown in grief. You promised me freedom, the road ahead. Now I'm stalled where promises bled.